Good morning, guys. Today I'm going... Bryn, I'm trying to vlog. So today my vlog is going to start out day one of sleep training, and I'm going to try to continue this for as long as it takes to get her to sleep. I'm going to be using some different tips that I found from a few different methods. It's not just totally the cried out method, but it does involve her having to cry to learn how to soothe herself to sleep. So if you are interested in seeing our journey with that, then stick around and you might enjoy this video. So anyways, today's day one. We'll come down here with Bryn. Hey. Say hi, Bryn. Are you excited? But today's day one, and it's about 10:15 right now. She's about to go down for her morning nap, but we're not starting the sleep training until tonight because from what I've read, it's best to start it for nighttime because they're more tired at night, so they're more likely to end up falling asleep. If you start it during the day for nap time, they might just cry for like an hour straight and not even take a nap or take like a 10-minute nap. So hopefully tomorrow we can start doing it for nap time. So we'll do it tonight. Oh, I'm so nervous about this, but we'll do it tonight. And then tomorrow for nap time, she'll already be kind of used to it because we will have done it throughout the night. Hopefully, if I can last that long. I'm so nervous because I hate hearing her cry, and it's going to be so hard to just hear her screaming in there. But we're going to just go in every few minutes. So start out the first time letting them cry and going in at the 3-minute mark and just patting their back and giving her a passy and just reassuring her. Go back out for 5 minutes that time. Come back in if she's still crying, go back out, and then every 10 minutes. That's the method that we're gonna try and see if it works for us. We've never done this before. She's our first baby, so it could be a little rough, and I'm curious to see how Drew's gonna do tonight, and especially in the middle of the night. The first time it might be easier, not to hear her cry, but easier to stay awake that long and wait it out. But during the middle of the night, it's probably going to get really hard because you're just going to want to sleep, and then they're going to be up crying if she wakes up. So we'll see. And also, just so you know, she has nighttime feeding still, usually just once. So I'm trying to wean her down to 1. And it has worked the last couple days. She's only ate once in the middle of the night. So that's what I'm going to go by tonight. If she wakes up at like midnight or something, I'm not going to feed her. I'm going to wait until like maybe 2, 3 in the morning to feed her if she wakes up, because she's a little chunker, and the doctor even said that she doesn't need to eat during the night at all. But I'm letting her eat once during the night just because I don't want to just cut it out cold turkey the first night we do sleep training. So I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm just going off of everything that I've read. So yeah, don't think I'm like an expert or anything, but we'll see. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to wait until I see if this works before I post the video, so that way I can post like accurate information like this sleep training worked, and not just throwing out a sleep training video not even knowing if it's gonna work or fail. So, Bryn, you like listening to Mama talk. Also, I just want to add that the reason that we're doing this is because it's getting harder and harder to put her to sleep. And okay, you want to go down? She's just wanting to fight sleep and cry every time we try to put her down for a nap or to put her down for bed. And Drew can't even really get her to go down to bed anymore. Maybe once in a while, but not really, because she throws a big fit. And she just wants me, and she just wants to bounce for like 15 minutes, and it's just getting really tiring. And I want her to start learning how to self-soothe, so that way at night she can put herself back to sleep instead of crying out for us. Another thing, one of the things that I read is to get them used to their room first, because she was sleeping in a rock and play in our room. So I moved the rock and play into her room this whole week. I've had it in there, and she's been sleeping in there great. I just go in when she cries, and she's only been waking up like maybe twice during the middle of the night. Sometimes she cries out a couple times, and I just go in there and give her a passy, and she stays sleeping. But hopefully this transition goes smoothly, because she's never slept in her crib all night. She slept in there for naps. Oh, and that's another thing I've been doing this week, is every nap putting her in her crib to sleep. and they haven't been very long naps, and I haven't been letting her cry to sleep. I've just been putting her in there to get her used to the crib before we start this. So she's also had naps previously for like probably about a month now in her crib, but they haven't been consistent until this week. So those are some things that we've been doing. Hi guys, I just laid her down. You can see her here. Hold on. There. She's starting to fuss, but she's not crying yet. And she's very tired. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. I have a feeling she's just gonna cry really hard and I'm gonna be like in tears over this. Drew's smiling at me. Okay, but I'll keep you updated and let you know how it goes. She did just lay her head down, but she picked it right back up. But she should be really tired. And it's 8:45 right now. She's just sitting on her little stomach and kicking her legs. Okay, no update yet, but I'll keep you updated and tell you how long she cries tonight. Hopefully not too long. Okay, we have an update for you. She has been in there for a while now, and it only took her 6 minutes of crying, and she's now been silent for about 10 minutes. And she's not quite sleeping, but she just keeps like closing her eyes and then opening them. And I think she's making progress. She's falling asleep. I just looked at the monitor right now. But I can't believe that she hasn't cried that much. She could start crying any minute though, so I'm trying not to get my hopes up. Drew, do you have any words? How you think this process is going?
She's just acting like her dad, like a good child.
No comment. I just wanted to check back in and tell you how good Bryn slept last night and how the rest of the night ended up going. So she slept from 9 o'clock until 3:30 in the morning straight, and that has never happened before in her crib. She's only slept up to 2 hours in her crib at a time. And yeah, so after she cried for about 6 minutes total, she slept that long. And then she woke up at 3:30. I fed her because she still eats once during the night, and I'm gonna try to start weaning her from that soon, but last night wasn't the night. And she's really tired right now because I'm about to put her down for her next nap. So I'll finish this update after I put her down. So for the rest of my update, I just laid her down, but so after I fed her, she went back to sleep at 3:45, so she was only up for like 15 minutes eating. And she fell asleep while she was nursing, but I just decided to lay her down sleeping, even though that's not technically the method, but since she was already sleeping peacefully, I just laid her down. And she actually stayed sleeping until 7 o'clock, and I think she woke up 2 times during the night total, fussing a little bit, and I just went in there and gave her passy and then went right out, and she just settled back down. She was kind of sleep crying. So I didn't just want to start letting her scream if I knew just giving her passy would just calm her right down. And I know that's, again, not technically the method, but a little something different works for everyone, and this might not be the method for your baby at all, but it seems to be working for Bryn, so I'm just going to try to stick with what works for us. And so far, this seems to be helping. And as I say that, she's crying right now for her first nap ever doing this method. But I'll keep you updated. Oh, she's crying. Okay, I'll keep you updated how the first nap goes. That worked so great. She only... Do you see yourself? She only had to cry for like maybe a minute and a half. Maybe only a minute. And then she just started laying down by herself. She didn't go to sleep right away. She probably went to sleep within 5 minutes of just like picking her head back up, laying it back down. And then when she finally went to sleep, she slept for 2 hours and 25 minutes. Wow. And usually she only sleeps for like 45 minutes at a time for a nap. So we're gonna just stick to this, and I will keep you updated and let you know how things are going. I think she just learned how to settle herself back down because she woke up twice during her nap, and both times she just like picked her head up and cried for like maybe 3 seconds and then just laid her head back down and she was sleeping. So I think that's the difference, is she just learned how to settle herself back down once she wakes up. Do you love this? You're so good at sleeping now. But I will update you after her next nap. Say bye. Just checking back in to let you know how sleep training is going still. And she's having her second nap right now. This was quite the ordeal. Drew and I had quite a big fight because he put her down when I was gone. And, oh, I might be talking too loud because she just started to stir. But he put her down when I was gone at my mom's, and I did not know he was going to pull this on me. And she got her little leg stuck, so then she was crying, so he went in there and got her up and brought her out in the living room, and kind of just like confused her because now she thinks when she cries we're going to come get her. So then when he put her back down, she cried for a lot longer than she did the first 2 times. So it was only like 10 minutes, but still, I was pretty upset because when I got home she was screaming, and then I felt so bad. So she ended up going to sleep, and she's been sleeping for an hour now. So it ended up still working, but I was so scared that it was going to ruin everything that I've been reading so much about and been trying so hard to do. So yeah, I might have overreacted a little bit, but for a good reason though. This update is a couple days late because I wanted to wait until I got to night 3 so I could give you an accurate update of what's been going on. And it hasn't been all amazing things. The second night did not go quite as nice as the first night. She falls asleep by herself great now, but now we're having another issue, which is the pacifier. She's waking up in the middle of the night and crying out, and then as soon as I give her pacifier, because it'll fall out and she's not old enough to put it back in by herself yet, so as soon as I give that pacifier to her, then she goes right back to sleep. And I'm waking up probably about 4 times a night to give her pacifier and twice to feed her. So I'm trying to take her pacifier away. I'm gonna wean her off of that. But let me go back to night 2, and that night I think I woke up, like I said, 4 times to give her pacifier and 2 times, once to feed her. And then I ended up feeding her again at 7 that morning, and she went back to sleep in her crib until 9. So she did sleep good that night. She slept from 9 to 9:30 or something, and she just would wake up and I'd have to go in there and give her a pacifier. But she went right back to sleep every time, so it wasn't that bad. And then yesterday's naps were both, well, one of them was 2 hours and 10 minutes, and the other one was 1 hour and 15 minutes. And that was pretty good for her naps throughout the day. But again, the pacifier, she would wake up maybe 2 times her first nap, and then Drew said that she woke up like 3 or 4 times her second nap for her pacifier. And as soon as he'd put it in there, she'd fall back asleep. But I really want her to learn how to start falling asleep without her pacifier so we don't keep having this problem. So last night I did not wean her from it because I didn't come up with this idea till this morning. But last night I think went the same as the night before basically. She might have woke up more like 6 times for her pacifier, and she ate twice. She ate at 1:30 and then she ate at 6, and she ended up sleeping until like 9:30. So she slept from 9 to 9:30 again, but those times waking up just interrupts my sleep, and I have to get up and give her pacifier. So today for her first nap, I decided to try to wean her from the pacifier. So today would be day 3 of sleep training. So she's had 3 nights, and this is her 3rd day. And I took the pacifier away. She doesn't use it at all during the day. She only uses it to get to sleep, and she uses it in the car. So I think I'm just going to take it away from her completely if I can handle this method, if I can handle all this crying, because she ended up crying for probably 15 to 20 minutes in her crib. Oh, don't judge me for this, because I went in every few minutes to check on her, like 3 minutes, and then I waited 5 more minutes, went in, then I waited 7 minutes, went in, and then I waited 10 minutes, went in. But I didn't have to go in after the 10 minutes because she ended up falling asleep by herself. But if I would have just gave her pacifier right away, I swear she would have been sleeping within like a minute because she was really tired, but I'm trying to wean it from her. So I'm going to try to stick to my guns on this and see if it works. But I'm going to make another video in probably a week and give you an update on how this sleep training's going still. But I just really want to get this video out there because it's already probably way too long. But that's how it's going. I think it is working really good just because she puts herself to sleep now. Before I stopped giving her the pacifier, but I think she's going to get used to this if she just goes to sleep every time without her pacifier. I put her down without it. I think she'll start going to sleep without it by herself. And then hopefully when she wakes up in the middle of the night, she'll just go back to sleep by herself because she won't need her pacifier anymore. Fingers crossed. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's what I'm hoping for. So she just went to sleep, and she's been sleeping for probably 5 minutes now. And in my next video, I'll update you on her first nap without her pacifier, how long it lasted, and then I'll start updating you on each night throughout an entire week. So pray for me that it's going to start getting better from here, because night number 1 and naps number 1 and 2 were just wonderful, and now it's starting to get a little bit harder. But I heard it could take 4 days for them to get used to this, and now with taking her pacifier away, it probably could take a little bit longer. So I'm not getting discouraged. I think it's still working really well. So I'll give you an update soon. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video if it helped you at all.